a Pesto's Test Kitchen.
It's crazy. Bistro 1907, 100.
Can you
What does that
believe
mean?
it?
I don't know. But yes, thank you everybody for watching through 100 episodes of the show.
And so many great recipes. And how do we choose the best of the best? Well, if you ask our team, whatever you do to any kind of chicken on this menu, for whatever reason,
Chicken's the universal ingredient.
it really is. And you have it covered for us today, quite literally.
I do. Well,
two different versions, right?
Two different versions, because everybody is so crazy about chicken sandwiches. And you know, we want to do ours, which I think is better than that other national brand. No disrespect.
All other brands, all other places.
So it's a great chicken fried sandwich. Really, really good. It's based on a pickle brine. It's a low country southern food brine, crispy fried, extra crispy. It just works really, really well. So now we're gonna go to a little bit spice it up land, because Nashville hot has been so popular, but I love what's coming up and around, and that is Korean food. And so we're gonna do a Korean spicy hot. So we're gonna do a little bit different take on our fried chicken sandwich, and we're gonna do a Korean version of it. I've done like Korean fried chicken and waffles in the past, so we're just gonna make it a little bit different.
You wanna yell at your baby brother on this 100th
my brother,
episode?
I can't yell at him.
What is he doing?
He knows
hey,
I'm
Jeffrey, keep it down. Anyway, there's a couple different layers to each of the recipes,
There
right?
is, because you know, both have to be brined. Brined, marinated, whatever you want to call it, and both have to be dredged in a flour bath, and then they go into the crispy fryer. So I think we'll start with the brine. So pour about a third of this into here. That is sweet pickle juice. A lot of places do pickle juice, dill pickle juice. I like to use sweet pickle juice because we use a lot of sweet pickles. I like the flavor of it. Plus the sweet goes with a little bit of the spice.
Is that good?
Yep.
That's good.
And then you're gonna put equal part of buttermilk.
Okay.
Because buttermilk has all that acid in it. It has that buttery rich flavor. So it's really gonna do a lot for the chicken. The acid in the pickle juice, the acid in the buttermilk is gonna really help to like make that chicken really, really tender and juicy at the same time. Because the pickle juice has a lot of sugar and salt in it already.
Is that enough?
That's perfect.
Okay.
And now we're just gonna kick it up. You know, we're gonna add, one of the key ingredients here also is just good old seasoned salt. Whatever your favorite brand is, put about a tablespoon of seasoned salt in there. We're gonna put a combination of a tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder, just a tablespoon of salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're gonna let that get happy. So what we're gonna do for this is, we have these beautiful chicken thighs. I like using chicken thighs. I love chicken breasts. Everybody's crazy about chicken breasts. Lower money, more tender, more juicy, go with chicken thighs.
Boom.
Boom. So then you just wanna put your chicken thighs in, and we're gonna let this marinate 4 to 6 hours. You can do it overnight. You don't wanna go too crazy because the vinegar and the salt is gonna start to what we call preserve versus brine.
Okay. So we don't want it to, get
So that's gonna get really, really happy in the next little bit. This next one, we're gonna take some of that buttermilk right there.
Okay.
So go ahead and put that in. But then I'm gonna use coconut milk because I love the flavor of the coconut, especially with the Korean food.
Tell me when.
A little bit more. There we go.
Oh, all of it.
All of it, just make it happy.
You know me, I've learned my lesson on don't put all of it.
We are gonna add one of my favorite ingredients for Asian food, fish sauce. Don't do the fish sauce challenge. It tastes not so good on its own, very, very good with things in combination with it. So we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. It's got that great umami flavor in it. It really, really gets everything really nice and working together and flavorful.
Ron wanted me to drink that for our 100th episode today.
Well, we're gonna drink this tequila that's much better. Trust me when I say it.
There's always a solution to every problem.
So we're gonna add a couple tablespoons of these amazing Korean chili flakes. It's got a sweet, pungent flavor to it, just amazing in flavor.
They're so beautiful.
Yes. And we're just gonna mix that up. And then because the buns are different on this one, I'm gonna use just smaller pieces of the same chicken thigh, just cut in half a little bit, just so they're not quite as massive, big, because like I said, the buns are a little bit smaller on this because we're doing a black sesame bun. So that's our 2 brined chickens.
And can I ask you just real quick before we take a break, where do we find this beautifulness?
Well, my spice company is Spiceology. I love Spiceology. You can get that on, the biggest box retailer online. We all know who it is. He's got a spaceship, so you can go buy it from him. But just Spiceology has the best spices, in my opinion.
Okay, well, we'll take a break and we will finish up this chicken magic.
All right, sounds good.
You're looking good for 100, honey.
100? I can only wish to be 100.
Me too.
as long as I have my marbles.
The chicken magic continues in Pesto's Test
it's like
Kitchen?
building flavors. Now we're going to build textures.
Okay.
So
all
now
right.
what we have for the classic Southern fried chicken sandwich, we have good old all-purpose flour, okay? And now we're going to combine that with like a third of that amount of cornstarch because that gives it a really, really crispy texture.
That's what it does?
Yes, it does. Now we're going to take rice flour on this side for the Korean one, and we're going to do the same thing.
That's rice flour.
And that's rice flour going with cornstarch. Okay, for this, we're going to add a spice called torgayarshi, which has chilies, black sesame, toasted sesame, garlic, and onion in it.
Gorgeous.
Really beautiful colors.
Wow.
Add that into that, and we're just going to mix it together and make it super happy. We're going to add some salt. Give me that pepper. A little bit of salt, pepper.
How much pepper?
All that.
All of it?
Yep.
All of this?
All that.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Some granulated garlic and granulated onion. But now, to give it a little bit of spice, grab that cayenne pepper over there. And we're going to add this just a little bit, not scallions. There you go. It's going to be a little spicier than normal, but that's all right. So we're just going to mix that together. And grab your chicken.
Okay, grab your chicken.
Yeah, we're digressing. We haven't even had the tequila yet.
Sorry, Mark.
Okay, so we're gonna take this beautiful chicken, and again, this should have marinated about 4 to 6 hours. But for the television, the magic of television, we're just gonna take it, and you're gonna put it in the dredge, and you're just gonna lightly
cover it up.
You want to press it in because you want to even out the chicken because you don't want a fat piece and a thin piece because then it'll overcook the thin piece and the fat piece won't be quite done yet. And we want to press it in. You know, what I love about this process is you see how it's building those little crispy, crunchy
nooks and
crannies, and that's what we like. There's no need to double bread because some people like to do that. If you like extra crust, go ahead and do it. And we're just going to you go ahead and do that one.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come over here to my Korean. And that just smells great with that coconut milk.
It really does.
And these are a little bit smaller, so I can do a couple at a time.
Sweetness right there.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And so then we're gonna fry these, right?
We're gonna fry these. You know, clean canola oil, clean vegetable oil, you want to go 325 to 365 depending on how hot you want to cook it. If it's a thicker cut, you want to go 325 and let it get happier at a slower pace. So now the hot honey part of this, we have honey because it was in my back storeroom, it congealed, so that congealed honey will come back. We have Fresno chilies, garlic. I'm going to add some more Korean chili to this, and we're just going to make this hot honey dip for that Korean spicy hot chicken. Yes, I am. So,
all right.
When we come back, we're going to make some great fried chicken sandwiches.
All right, 100 episodes and counting. We'll
I'm still waiting for that tequila. So now we have, look at all those beautiful little crevices and valleys in there. We just want to hold by the edge, and you want to kind of rock-a-bye baby, okay? And just let it naturally drop into the oil, because you don't want to get burnt. Another thing, you don't want to overcrowd your fryer. So about 4 pieces per side is about enough. Just like on one of my favorite silly movies, we're going to do a little shake and bake right here, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom, it doesn't stick to each other. Now we're going to make this, it's going to get happy after about 6-8 minutes.
Okay. The fryer was frying. I was laying.
Yeah,
I was like getting in there, and it turned out great.
Looks great.
Okay,
so let's build.
Let's build it up.
Okay, we got our pimento cheese on the bottom. We got our red onion, crisp red onion, and we got our sweet pickle slices. Okay, now we're going to put that chicken on top. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to take my chicken and put it into that dredge or base of honey, ginger, Korean chili, and Fresno chili. Look at the color on that. That red,
it's
beautiful.
So
it's spicy. It's sweet. It's perfect. We're just going to deep that. So this is a Korean hot, not a Nashville hot, but I think it could be as popular or better. We're just going to stick this, and we have our special black sesame seed buns. We have a little bit of fermented garlic aioli, black garlic.
That's what's on that bun.
Yes.
I asked Trey what was going on.
Yep.
I wish you would put the. Never mind. I won't even say it.
You can wish. What do you wish?
I wish it was on the menu. This is how to do it at your house. This one's on the menu, and it's just a winner every single
Put a
time.
little lettuce on top. I'm just going to put
And
a touch of
then-
lettuce on top just to cool it off. There
This
should be
looks-
some kind of pickled cabbage on top of here,
To
but lettuce will
die
work. And then there we go. Top that off just like that. And look at that, Ron.
Look at that, Fred. Happy 100
Happy
years.
100. And we'll take a bite in a second.
And 100
but
episodes.
This is 100 episodes.
100 episodes
to
of Valiant Spotlight.
1,000 more.
To 1,000. To good friends.
Yep.
To supporters from day one. Good ideas, good
Well,
people.
you know how much I
and
love this valley.
I
so.
know. And we love you for
All
it.
right.
So cheers.
Cheers.
We're doing the whole thing? I have to do it. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi.
Hey, there's only one way. So are you going chicken or are you going Korean? Go ahead. Get in there.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
I hope so.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Don Julio 1942.
Wow, you broke out the good stuff for us today.
Get in there. You know, you almost got to do that Chicago step
Right?
back. Wait, what kind of bite is that? Is that the best bite you got?
No.
There you go.
It's so good.
Give me I'm taking a bite of yours
It's so good.
because I know the staff in the back wants this.
Mark,
Oh,
God bless you. That is so,
That's so special.
dynamite good.
you're definitely going to see that as a feature.
Pesto's Test Kitchen, Mark Canzonetta. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo, baby.
Woo! That's got a kick to it.
Isn't it?
Woo!
Holy moly.